Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here, continuing to cook up this NBA action, man. Y'all know we do here on the Jam Session. We cook up every single game, every single day. And ladies and gentlemen, for the first time this season, we're able to say, I am hotter than fish grease, man. Monday was the bounce back day we needed. We absolutely kicked the crap out of the books on Monday. Tuesday was election day. There was no games. Took a deep breath. We were just able to reassess things. And then yesterday, 12 games on the card. We went 10-2. Absolutely smashed it here on the Jam Session. 6-1 yesterday on the premium side. 10-1 last 11 on the premium side. Man, I'm feeling good. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. We're seeing the board well. We cashed our top play of the day yesterday with the Denver Chicken Nuggets as they continue to go stupid, dummy, crazy at home, at the crib. Man, it's way too early to give up on who these teams are, who we know these teams to be. You know what I mean? It's way too early for that. First 2 weeks of the season, yeah, some other teams are kicking outside of their coverage, if you will. But for the most part, we know who these teams are. And for the Nuggets yesterday, the revenge spot at home at the crib after losing dominantly first game of the season was a great spot for them to show up. Russell Westbrook came out hooping. Jokic had that triple-double, man. It was a great day for us yesterday. But yesterday's over. Today's a new day. Money-making Thursday. It's a smaller card, just 3 games. But guess what? We're just trying to keep the momentum rolling forward, man. I appreciate each and every one of you that continue to tune in and watch this video. Let's continue to kick the crap out of the books, man. Let's try to stay hotter than fish grease, and let's continue to do what we do. So, of course, I got premium plays for you, ladies and gentlemen, over at the site. You can hop on something long-term. We got a huge card tomorrow on Friday, and, of course, rolling into a money-making weekend. So, seriously, think about hopping on something long-term the way I'm running right now. But without further ado, let's make some money tonight. Let's cook up tonight's games. Let's hop right into tonight's NBA action. First game up, we're in Chicago, where your Chicago Bulls are taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Minnesota, 8.5-point road favorites in this one. Tough game, in all honesty. Chicago on the back end of a back-to-back with travel. They did get taken behind the woodshed last night by my favorite team, the Dallas Mavericks. Minnesota, they didn't play yesterday, so they do have the rest advantage. Laying extended numbers on the road with Minnesota is not what I like doing. Y'all know I call Minnesota the house of disappointment. Looking at a season ago, Minnesota wasn't terrible in this situation though, with the rest advantage as road favorites. They were actually profitable, so it's really not a whole lot for me here in this game when I just look at every spot and situation. Just X's and O's looking at this basketball game. I would be on the Chicago Bulls plus the points in this one. The Bulls are kind of in that same bucket I'm putting the Nets, where it's like they're just that weird anomaly team that is not going to fit too many spots and situations. Looking at a season ago, the Bulls off no rest were 7-7 ATS. As home underdogs, they were even as well. Like, that's just who the Bulls are. So I think ATS-wise, this is a legitimate 50-50 game. It's a tough one. It's not a premium-style bet for me, in my opinion. Because there's only 3 games tonight, I might sprinkle a little money personally on the Chicago Bulls plus the points. But, again, if this was like yesterday, this game definitely wouldn't have made the premium card. But today, I'll lean towards Chicago, getting the points in my back pocket at home. Let's keep it rolling. Next game up, we got 2 teams on the do-not-bet list, man. We got the Milwaukee Bucks laying 9.5 points on the Utah Jazz. Man, what are we going to do here? We've had this situation arise once this season where 2 teams on the do-not-bet list went up against each other. We actually made that game a premium bet that night, and we would say we were going to take that team to come off the list. And they got boat raced at home. That game was the Pelicans against the Hawks. Hawks went into New Orleans and busted them up. These teams are on the do-not-bet list for a reason, so I'm not betting them. Short, sweet, simple. There's 4 teams on the do-not-bet list currently. Right now, it's the Atlanta Hawks, number 1 team on the list. Worst ATS team last year. Worst ATS team thus far this year, even though they fake got a win yesterday. But I kind of saw it coming. Against the overrated, overvalued, trash-ass Knicks. We'll talk about them tomorrow, I think. So yeah, the Hawks are number one. Number two is the New Orleans Pelicans. They earned it. They earned their way onto the list. Number three, the Utah Jazz. We love the Jazz. We bet the Jazz a ton last year. We made good money with the Jazz, especially with them boys at home at the crib. But start this season, man, they have shown me no pulse, no signs of life, really. And it's hard to trust them. So they found their and earned their way onto the Done I Bet list. And then Milwaukee. Same overrated, overvalued Bucks. They probably should have already been on the list. But after losing to Cleveland, we put them on the list. So, yeah, tough game. I'm just being real with y'all. Forced to pick it, looking at the X's and O's. Lowry Markkanen game time decision, Jordan Clarkson game time decision. I think that's huge. I want to see if they play. Lowry Markkanen is the guy that makes this team go. I would lean towards Utah. I trust Utah more than I trust Milwaukee. The reason I still don't like it, though, is Utah was not a great road ATS team a season ago. Milwaukee was a decent home favorite a season ago. Decent, I say, but not as extended favorites. It's a tough game. I'm damn sure not laying 9.5 for Milwaukee. I'm not doing it. If you feel comfortable with doing it, if you see an edge, by all means do it. They do have two generational first-team All-NBA caliber guys on this team, but they're always overrated and overvalued, and I never trust them, and I would rarely lay points with Milwaukee. That's just how I feel. Would I be shocked if they beat up on the Jazz tonight? No, I wouldn't. But would I be shocked if the Jazz won this game outright at plus 340? No, I wouldn't. So if I was forced to just make a play in this game, I would sprinkle a couple dollars on the Utah Jazz outright on the money line and try to make it interesting and pray right now that Jordan Clarkson and Lauri Markkanen play. Last and final game of the night, we got the San Antonio Spurs at home at the crib, laying 4.5 points on the Portland Trailblazers. Hey, this one's short, sweet, and simple for me. I still think the San Antonio Spurs are overrated and overvalued. I'm on the Portland Trailblazers plus the points and outright on the money line. I think that's where the value is in this game. We've seen Portland play decently out on the road, and I think they can continue to do so. The San Antonio Spurs, I have not liked what I've seen from them in back-to-back games. They got taken behind the shed by the Houston Rockets. They're missing their head coach and Greg Pop. They're missing a huge piece of the team now in Jeremy Sohan. Yes, they do have the two more well-known players in Wemby and Chris Paul, but I think that has them overrated and overvalued. I know that the Portland Trailblazers don't have a lot of well-known names, and that's fine, though. That's fine, though. That doesn't really matter. All that matters is the value attached on Portland and how they're playing right now currently. Bad teams don't know they're bad yet. Bad teams aren't tanking yet. I think this is a great plus money opportunity for us to attack here on the Portland Trailblazers. I think the San Antonio Spurs are overrated, overvalued. That's how I'm going to attack this last and final game of the night. Smaller card, but I still got two quick props for y'all, man. One of our favorites to play this season, Naz Reid, over 1.5 threes. Hey, my man had a really nice game last game, and I think he just keeps the momentum rolling forward. I think he definitely gets the shots up to get the threes made. And y'all know that's how we like betting over threes here on the Jam Session. So one of our favorite prop plays this season has been Naz Reid over 1.5. I think he gets the shots up. I think he hits 2. Give me Naz Reid over 1.5. And Lauri Markkanen, we talked about him earlier in the show. Right now, currently, he is listed as game time decision, but I'm expecting him to play. And as I say, man, he's the motor, the engine, the transmission, the wheels, the battery. He's what gets the Utah Jazz going, man. He's their best player. He's their guy. So I think if he plays tonight, he definitely gets his. Give me Lauri Markkanen over 20.5 points. Short, sweet, simple. And that's going to conclude this episode of my NBA Jam Session. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you that continue to tune in and watch this video. Money Making Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, we have absolutely smashed the last 2 days here on the Jam Session and on the premium side, and we're just looking to keep the momentum rolling forward. Smaller card tonight, I know, smaller card, but hey, we'll be back tomorrow for sure with a very nice card on Friday, and of course, rolling into a money-making weekend. The way I'm running right now, 10-1 last 11 premium plays, you might want to think about hopping on something long-term. As I always say, when I'm cold, usually as soon as I come out of it, I'm saying as soon as I come out of it, I'm usually hotter than fish grease. And that's what we are right now currently. The OGs will tell you, The OGs in the chat to tell you. I don't even really got to say too much. And this is how it always happens. So, money making Thursday. Let's keep the momentum rolling forward, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate y'all more than y'all know. Let's continue to do what we do, and that's kick the crap out of the books. See y'all tomorrow. I'm out of here. Peace.